Okay, today we're going to be going through some hives to make some nukes. This right here is an overwintered queen. She started out in, I think, July or August with about 4 frames of brood. Let's see what she's doing. Oh, let me grab my smoke real quick. Let's see if she's good enough to sell. We're just gonna give her a little bit of smoke. That way she won't run around out there. If they get crazy, then we'll use some more smoke. Whoa. So yeah, there's a lot of bees in here. Whoop. Checking the lid to see if she's on there, but I don't see it. I don't see any hive beetles either. Not yet anyways. Okay, I don't see my queen. I'm gonna go ahead and lean this up. I don't want to get them excited, so I'm just gonna let them walk back up in there. Let's pull out this first frame. So what we're looking for is 3 frames of good brood and 2 frames of food, possibly one with some pollen on it. And this is an end frame. And I don't see anything happening here. It looks like they're just trying to fix up their comb. Same thing here. This is some newly built comb. But you can tell it's from just stuff that they're gathering, because the new wax is kind of old and yellow. When they get it from fresh nectar or some thin sugar syrup, it'll be white. Okay, let's just set that one to the side. Okay, no queen spotted on that one. They seem to be, this is a calm hive, so it's a good selling hive. Let's see if we can find her. This one's pretty heavy. Oh, this one got lots of larvae. It's got some pollen, larvae, a little bit of honey in the corners. Just trying to look it over real good to see if I see her. Got some cap brood and a lot of pollen on this side. So this would be a good frame to give as brood and pollen. That way they'll have some food in their new hive when they go to their new location. I don't see her yet. Very calm bees. So let's go ahead and put that one in the box, and we'll put it towards the edge as a food frame because it has a lot of pollen on it. The brood will just be extra. Now I'm seeing a good frame right here. She looks like she's a good queen if we can find her. Oh, I just crushed a bee, and that's not what you want to do to get them upset. Look at this. Brood from one end all the way to the other. So this is gonna, and it's got a, where she didn't get it's got pollen in it. So what a frame of brood. Look at that. Look at that. They're starting to make a few drone cells. Great frame. Still looking for that old queen. Not old queen, but you know what I mean. I think she may be marked. She should be marked. Let's go ahead and put that one in there. That'll be one of our frames of brood. Let's go ahead and move these bees out the way. They seem to be pretty calm still. Anyhow, I'm breaking up the nest. I'm looking on the frame ahead of me, just in case she was on that frame and she don't run around, but I don't see her. Okay, here's another good frame of food and lots of brood. This bee was going to town. That's what I say about these new queens. These queens that haven't been through a honey flow yet, come springtime, they can really pour it on. Still haven't seen her. Go ahead and put this one in there also. I mean, it's just brood frame after brood frame. Okay, this is a fairly new brood frame. You can tell by the color of the cappings. Looking for the queen. I hope y'all can see that. And here's a bunch of fresh eggs and larvae. I'm gonna go ahead and leave this one in here for them to make their emergency queen. Don't see her yet. Nope, not yet. Okay, so let's leave this one in here. If I don't find a good heavy frame of honey, I might just have to pull one out of another hive. Now this is a foundationless frame. I don't like giving these. Still looking for that queen. This has got hatching brood on it, and she relayed in the center where they hatched out. Come on, Queenie, where are you hiding? Where are you hiding? Full of eggs and larvae on this one. I mean, she is just turning it on. There she is. Beautiful big queen right there. Okay, so we did find our queen. My camera cut off, so I'm gonna just make sure it recorded. I did find my queen. She's right there with that big old green dot. Beautiful queen. And I'm gonna go ahead and put this frame in there. And now I'm looking for a food frame. This is another frame. Oh, I see my first hive beetle. He did a good test on the hive tool. Okay, I'm gonna shake these bees. These are all nurse bees on these eggs and larvae. I'm gonna shake these bees in. Now here's a frame of food. And there's another hive beetle, so that's 2 hive beetles so far. Okay, so a good frame of food on that side. And they're starting to put some nectar and stuff on this side. Okay. So that's gonna complete this. Wow, got my first thing. I smashed a bee at my finger. So what do you fellas think about that box? Think that's good enough to sell? I think so. Got some grapefruit frames of brood. Okay, I'm gonna put another empty frame in there. Whenever they make their new queen, she'll have some place to lay them. Put some empty frames on either side that they can work on right now. And I'm gonna put them a feeder. I'm gonna go fill it up with feed, and they can make a new queen. Now I could actually fit another frame in here, but I'm not gonna pack it in right now. I don't wanna give them too much to have to guard. So they have everything they need to make a new queen. They got some eggs, some larvae, they've got food, and I'm gonna put them a pollen patty later on this afternoon once I get through. But they're bringing in lots of pollen right now, so they're not gonna need too much pollen. They might not even eat the patty if I put it to them. Okay, and I'm gonna take my brick. I've been putting a brick on all the hives that I pulled queens from. That way I know to come back and check them. And let's see what the date is today. Today is the 16th, so I'm gonna put a big R for remove queen. I'm gonna put 3/16. Okay, I need one more for a guy tomorrow. The old beaver hive I bought. We're gonna go through this one and see if we can find the queen and see how they're doing. Let's give them a little puff of smoke. Now the last ones were real calm. Let's see how these are doing. Looks like I've got a lot of bees over here in this corner for some reason. I don't see any hive beetles, and I don't see the queen. Go ahead and lean them up against the front. Let's remove this feeder, that way it'll give us a lot of room. Okay. See what we got going on. Here is a good food frame. Lots of pollen on this frame, and they got honey on the edges. I mean, it's just loaded with pollen. So we're gonna go ahead and put this one in the box. Looking for the old girl first. Don't see her. Ooh, solid brood, solid brood. I like this frame. See if I see the queen anywhere. They even started putting in a few drone comb on the bottom. Full of honey all the way around. The old girl is absent on this one. Let's see what's going on with this next frame. This one is another pollen. It's pollen and mixed up brood. So she laid in there where they had open spots. I don't really like that for a frame. So I'm gonna go ahead and pass on this one. Now we gotta find us some eggs to leave in here. And here's a foundationless frame. I'm gonna go ahead and keep that one in here because I don't like to give that to especially a new bee. This guy's a new beekeeper, never had bees. I don't want him dropping this when it gets hot. But I don't see a girl in here. Go on to the next one. Here's our second brood frame, another whopper. I got some drones that opened up over there. They were stuck to the other frame. Looking for a girl. Don't see her, but this is our second brood. I'd like to find one with a little bit of open brood for him. And here we go right here. Oh, I'll be right back. Okay, now this one right here has some eggs in the center right here. And it's a full frame. Good Lord, look at that. But since it has eggs, I'm gonna go ahead and keep this one in here for them to make their new queen. Let's see what we got down here. I see a cell, but it's dry. It's just a fake cup. Where is my queen? I mean, look at these bees. Very calm bees. You know, I've been looking for a marked queen. I might not have marked her. I should be concentrating more. Let me go ahead and set this one in there. Let me look at this last frame and see if she's on here. Okay guys, I found her. She's right there. I'm gonna go ahead and mark her. She has a mark on her, but it looks like they kind of wiped it all off. Trying to watch her so she don't get away. She's a good hider, let me tell you. Took me a while to find her. I like to grab them by the legs on one side. Try to make sure you get all three if you can. Okay, you got her. I'm gonna go ahead and set her in the box. Well, come here, girl. I don't want to hurt you. There we go. We got her in here. And I'm gonna go ahead and set her in the box. And she's going down in there. Okay. So we got our queen, we got our 3 brood frames, and we got our 1 pollen frame. Now, they didn't really have a good solid honey frame. So I'm gonna go and pull a frame of honey out of another hive. Now there's enough bees in here and eggs and stuff for them to make new queen. Okay. Put a couple of more frames in here. That ought to be good. Put my cover on. Oh, let's make sure it's vented. Okay, so these guys right here they've got eggs, they got larvae, they've got sugar water, and they should start making a new queen. We're gonna take our brick . $3.16. And that way we'll have our date, because I'm putting bricks on them like that just to keep me reminded with the date, because I've been pulling different Nucs different days, so I kind of know when to go back and look and see if they made a sale or whatnot. All right guys, thanks for watching. I'll catch y'all next time.